The latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. Spotify has announced first partners for their open access feature, which will allow paid subscriptions from third parties to work with Spotify. They include Acast Plus, Glow FM, Memberful, Supporting Cast and Supercast, as well as a number of publishers. We've analysis coming up. Spotify's Megaphone has signed Canada's The Weather Network to the Spotify Audience Network, and the company's research department has also published a paper about recommendations. Magellan AI has launched its Q2 21 US podcast advertising benchmark report. It says that podcast ad spending continues to grow, up 22% from last quarter. Buzzsprout has added a dynamic content library allowing you to save and track dynamic pre-rolls or post-rolls. The feature also comes with tracking, so you know how many times each pre-roll or post-roll has been heard. Podcast editor Descript has launched Studio Sound, a voice regeneration service that claims to reduce noise, remove room echo, and make it sound like you're in a studio. It's in opt-in beta. Headliner Backstage has been launched. Anyone with a recording from a social audio app can now upload, transcribe and create promotional videos. It features speaker separation, it's integrated with Headliner and it's free. Antigua Williams & Co. has been awarded a MacArthur Foundation grant for a documentary reparations podcast. In Mexico, commercial radio broadcaster Grupo Radio Centro has launched Audio Centro, a specific division for podcasts. Jennifer Dollard has been promoted by Acast to content director of Acast Ireland, and the company has also hired Hannah O'Connell as associate partner manager in the country. The announcement says Acast is achieving 7.5 million listeners in Ireland every month and has significant revenue growth in the country. Isabel Lara has been promoted to NPR's first Chief Communications Officer, and other changes in Chartable. In May, Chief Revenue Officer Christopher Calvi left the company, along with account exec Megan Johnson, and Chief Operating Officer Caro Chaklassian left this month to rejoin Wondery. And in podcast news, Toxic, the Britney Spears story, has been downloaded over 550,000 times in the first 3 weeks, according to SiriusXM CEO Jennifer Witz in an earnings call. And Crane's Corner, the popular feature once heard on Sacramento's news radio KFBK, is now a podcast. Journalist Ed Crane has covered some of the biggest stories in the past 4 decades. And more on that Spotify story. Spotify's announcement about their open access feature conveniently includes many of the main competitors to Apple Podcasts paid subscriptions. Patreon may be included too through their Acast integration, we'd guess, leaving Substack as the only major service not included. With this announcement, Spotify is supporting a variety of different ways to charge for your podcast if you so wish, using services like Memberful, Supporting Cast or Acast Plus, and unlike Apple, each of those allow you to keep control over your membership list. None charge anywhere near the 30% fee that Apple does, and, unlike Apple, all work on Android, the most popular mobile operating system in every continent. Since the Apple Podcasts app also accepts private RSS feeds, all these services also work with Apple. The only drawback is that users need to subscribe on a website away from the Apple ecosystem. Spotify is showing that it's entirely comfortable playing in the open world of RSS, and now an open world of paid subscriptions, however you want to sell them. Apple Podcasts, iOS only, with a 100% lock-in model for subscriptions and a hefty commission, would seem to offer less earning potential for creators. And that's the latest from our newsletter. For all the links, we're at podnews.net.